Welcome to Conspiracy Corner, the podcast where we explore the deepest, most baffling, and often controversial conspiracy theories that have captured the public's imagination. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the most famous and mysterious places on Earth, Area 51. It's a name that has become synonymous with UFOs, government cover-ups, and extraterrestrial secrets. But what's really going on at Area 51? Let's dive into the facts, the theories, and the wild speculation surrounding this enigmatic military base. Area 51. If you've ever watched a sci-fi movie, heard stories of UFO sightings, or even just browsed through the deepest corners of the internet, you've probably come across this name. Located in the Nevada desert, Area 51 is a highly classified U.S. Air Force facility that, for decades, has been at the center of conspiracy theories. Despite the fact that the U.S. government only acknowledged its existence in 2013, the mystery surrounding Area 51 has been swirling for much longer, fueling imaginations and sparking endless speculation. But is it just a military test site, or is there something far more sinister or extraterrestrial going on? First, let's talk about the basics. Area 51 is a highly restricted U.S. Air Force facility located in southern Nevada, about 83 miles north of Las Vegas. Officially, it's known as Groom Lake, after the salt flat next to the base. The facility was first established in the 1950s during the Cold War, and its primary function was to serve as a testing ground for new aircraft and weapons systems. This includes the development of the famous U-2 spy plane and other top-secret military projects. But as soon as the base became known to the public, the speculation began. So what makes Area 51 such a hotspot for conspiracy theories? Well, the secrecy surrounding the base is part of the allure. For years, the government refused to confirm or deny its existence, and when it did, it was only after much public pressure. The area surrounding the base is restricted, and the airspace above it is off limits to civilian aircraft, which has only fueled rumors of what might be going on there. In fact, the area around the base is often patrolled by military personnel, and signs warning trespassers of lethal force have only added to its aura of secrecy. One of the earliest and most famous theories tied to Area 51 involves UFOs. In the 1980s, a man named Bob Lazar became one of the most famous whistleblowers in history after claiming that he had worked at a secretive site near Area 51. Lazar alleged that he had been hired to reverse engineer extraterrestrial technology, including spacecraft that had been recovered by the U.S. government. He said the craft, which he referred to as flying saucers, operated using an anti-gravity propulsion system powered by a substance called Element 115, which at the time didn't even exist on the periodic table. According to Lazar, these extraterrestrial craft were being kept at Area 51, and the government was secretly trying to reverse engineer them to use their technology. Bob Lazar's claims have been controversial, to say the least. While some believe his story, others have pointed out discrepancies in his background, questioning whether he was really the physicist he claimed to be. Nevertheless, his revelations sparked intense interest in Area 51, and many UFO enthusiasts argue that Lazar's story, whether entirely true or not, reveals a government cover-up of alien technology. Over the years, this idea has grown into a full-fledged conspiracy, with many believing that the U.S. government has been hiding proof of extraterrestrial life and technology at Area 51. Of course, there are other theories about what might be hidden at Area 51. Some suggest that the government is researching and developing advanced aircraft and weapon systems that are so cutting-edge, they appear to be of extraterrestrial origin. This is often referred to as the Black Project theory, which suggests that the military is testing highly secretive, experimental technologies at the base, and the strange, unidentifiable flying objects seen in the skies are actually human-made. The idea is that the U.S. government is deliberately hiding these projects, possibly for national security reasons, and to keep foreign adversaries from discovering the true capabilities of these new technologies. Then there's the theory that Area 51 is not just about technology, but about genetic experiments and other forms of biological research. Some theorists believe that the US government has recovered alien bodies from UFO crashes, like the famous Roswell incident, and is conducting experiments to study extraterrestrial biology. In this scenario, the conspiracy suggests that the government is trying to harness alien technology not just for military advantage, but for scientific and medical purposes, possibly even experimenting with human DNA, trying to merge it with extraterrestrial genetics. One of the more fascinating ideas is that Area 51 is involved in something far more mind-boggling: time travel and interdimensional travel. According to some conspiracy theorists, the government is not just reverse engineering UFOs, but studying technologies that could allow us to manipulate space and time. Could there be research into teleportation, time travel, or opening wormholes? Some have pointed to mysterious flashes of light and strange electromagnetic activity in the area as potential evidence that something otherworldly is happening in and around Area 51. But let's pause here for a moment. Is there any hard evidence to back up these theories? The short answer is no, not definitively. Despite decades of claims, sightings, and whistleblower testimonies, the U.S. government has maintained that Area 51 is simply a testing ground for new military technology. Even after the base was acknowledged in 2013, the government still refused to comment on any claims regarding UFOs or extraterrestrial life. The lack of concrete evidence has only led to more speculation, with some calling it a government cover-up, while others believe the truth might be more mundane. A secret military base where advanced aircraft and weapon systems are tested and developed. Now, we can't talk about Area 51 without mentioning the 2019 Storm Area 51 movement. This was a viral social media event that started as a joke but quickly gained momentum. Over 2 million people signed up to storm the gates of Area 51 in a show of defiance, with the goal of uncovering the truth about what's hidden inside. Of course, the event was never meant to be taken seriously, and the government took precautions, even setting up roadblocks and warning against trespassing. But the Storm Area 51 event speaks to the public fascination with this place and the desire to uncover what the government may be hiding. So, what's the truth? Is there alien technology and government cover-ups happening at Area 51? Or is it just a highly classified military base where advanced aircraft are being tested? The answer, as with most conspiracy theories, is unclear. The secrecy surrounding the base, the strange stories, and the many testimonies from people like Bob Lazar only fuel the fire of speculation. But at the end of the day, without undeniable proof, the mystery of Area 51 endures. That's all for today's episode of Conspiracy Corner. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most iconic mysteries. If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Until the next one, keep questioning everything, and remember, the truth is out there, somewhere.